You guys might be familiar with
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas is a tank engine.
One of, if not the most popular shows of the 80s and 90s. And for those who have watched it all, know why we love it so much. The charm of the real world they live in, the darker tones they set for, and the important morals that don't shove the morals in kids' faces. But what if I told you that Thomas the Tank Engine could also be a great masterclass for making a YouTube career? Prepare yourself for an adventure where Thomas the Tank Engine could make you the next Mr. Beast. The intros are absolutely one of the most important elements of creating a YouTube video. And you could see that quite well in Thomas the Tank Engine. Just take a look at one of the opening scenes of one of the episodes from season 5.
It had been raining hard for weeks. Toby was feeling miserable. Everywhere was wet, wet, wet.
See how none of it just, fuck around, talking about random shit? Well, that's basically how YouTube intros work. Well, for those who prefer fast-paced content. But for those who prefer slow-paced content, you'll probably have to look at the earlier seasons, like season 1. For those who prefer slow-paced, I think you'll find a lot of good things in season 1 to take inspiration from. Now, to take a look at the intro of the very first episode of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas is a tank engine who lives at a big station on the island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
Now, I believe for those who are just starting out on YouTube and haven't uploaded any content yet, I believe you could upload a YouTube trailer, basically explaining what your channel is going to be about, what niches are you looking for, what tones are you setting for, etc. And for those who might actually watch that video, will probably find a bigger excuse to watch more of your content later on if you can deliver on that promise. And that intro to the first episode of Thomas the Tank Engine sets the show up perfectly. They introduce the main character immediately, they establish the world that will be regularly appearing in the show, and they show off all the other personalities of other faces that will also be regularly appearing in the show. Now that we're done with intros, let's talk about the story. The story is another extremely important element of YouTube videos.
Well, duh.
When it comes to YouTube, what do people normally like to see? Well, they like to see in-depth emotions of real people, seeing what their struggles are, and telling a meaningful story that's worth telling, and presenting morals in a way that's not obvious. Well, when it comes to YouTube, they do present the morals, obviously. But you probably get what I'm saying. You know what other show also tells their stories in a similar way?
Why?
It's Thomas the Tank Engine, of course. The show also writes its stories with intelligence, not sugarcoating those darker moments and making the world seem more real. That's something that can be done for all mediums, not just YouTube, but it could still work pretty damn well with it. Now, let's go on to tones next. Tones are basically a lot of stuff that I think is very important, including more variety in your videos. Funny videos, gritty videos, educational videos.
Hello, Internet!
And scary videos. And Thomas the Tank Engine shows that pretty well as well. Let's take a look back at season 5. Now, there are quite a few funny episodes like Cranky Bugs and Backwards. And there's also some rather somber and sad episodes like Slow Coach. And then you got the really scary episodes like Duncan Gets Spooked. Now, I think these elements are really important because it can help your audience see in a much bigger variety of ways especially those younger ones, and can actually bring your videos to a wider, bigger age demographic, which can help you boost in your views. And it can help them see the world in many different ways that can help them grow and develop faster. And those were some pretty basic yet pretty important steps on how to create a successful YouTube career from a 40-year-old show. Wow, never thought that would happen. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything that I missed out on, just let me know. Love you guys. Hype it up out there.